Questions. We answer them live right here on Facebook. Well, over the last few weeks here, I've been having a lot of questions around Copilot CRM, founded by Mike Andes. Particular question that was submitted over the weekend was about the V2 document editor updated in Copilot. So, wanted to take a few minutes, dive in, and actually give you some expert tips of the V2 document editor has just been updated. Now, the V1 document will still be there for a while for sure, as Mike said in his release notes, but a lot of people are looking to get into the new shift on the Copilot document editor. So what we're going to do is open up the screen and show you, as we traditionally do here on Callahan's Corner, how to actually use new features of different CRM for the lawn care and landscape industry, as well as the home cleaning industry. So as we're going into Copilot here, we're going to be looking at the new layout here. We're going to be going into the dashboard on the left here. What we're going to do is go into the marketing area here, not hitting on automations today, but we'll be building some more videos around Copilot automations as they continue to evolve with the advanced automations. But we're going to be looking right now is under the emails area here. Once again, if you're watching this video, this was just a recent update. So we've got the traditional editor here with email templates and the sent history. But what we're doing here really is we're going to go in and dive down. Instead of selecting a template here, we're going to go and switch to the email template V2 builder. So this is brand new if you're watching this week for Copilot. And Mike Andes and the team has done quite a great job here. As you slide down here, this may look familiar to some of you, but there is some additional areas in here that we do want to point out in Copilot. So if you've never seen this, this is a drag and drop builder. So what we're going to be doing is going into rows and actually creating some rows here. So as we've gotten these rows, we can go in with different columns here and sizes. So the full size in different widths and different options that are available here. What I'm going to do over the next few minutes is break down how this actually works inside Copilot. So once we've built the structure here, we have a desktop and a mobile view. Something you definitely need to be checking, or I would suggest checking as you're using this. So first thing we're going to be doing is going in here and dragging in an image. So what we can do is drop that image there and browse. Off to the right, we have the ability to build folders here. You've got a couple that are by default. And once we can do, what we can do now is go in and actually bring in some folders or bring in some images. And once you have those images in your folder, you can actually click on those images and get those uploaded. So I'm going to go in and bring in the simple growth document here, or logo, and insert. And that is going to bring my image in here. Now, if it's on an email, you may want to be able to go in and change the width of this. So for instance, if we had taken the logo and stuck it in 2 or 3 different blocks and we wanted just the image off to the upper right-hand size, by clicking this little button here, we can go in and manually adjust the width. And we can also put full width on mobile. So there's ability to go through both of those on the Copilot document editor. Now, the next thing we could be looking at here is going into our content. So we're going to be looking at, we can throw in a text block, and this is just literally drag and drop here. And we can drag our row up. And once that's in there, I can drop that in there. So now I've got a new title block. So the ability to go in now with a interface to actually go in and manipulate the documents as if you were in a Microsoft Word or Google Doc, that gives you the ability here. And then eventually it gives you some merge here. So first name, last name, company, last name. So if we said, hey, customer first name, comma, and then we could start our text in here. So that gives us the ability to go in and drag in this content as a title, paragraph, or list. And as we're in here, I haven't tested this, but this would be a good test here. So if I put in the word at, that actually starts to populate this list. And I start to type it out instead of having to go into merge tags. It actually is a shortcut for the document editor in Copilot. So those are some of the things you'd want to be able to do. So and plug those in. As we're diving in off to the content on the left, once again, we've covered the image, all the tough text options. The next one is here is a button, dragging this in here, and we could go in and drop multiple buttons. But if this was in an email right here, we could go in and type right over this call now. And as we go in, it is going to make a call, and we would put our office phone number in there. Our next button could be text now. And not test, but text. And we can go in and send an SMS to this message with a message. So the idea is we can go in and customize inside Copilot all of these different buttons. And as we go in, if you want to go in and customize it to your company color and branding, the area here can also be updated. Not only the box, but the color and some of the functionality of the shapes of these as well here. So a lot of functionality in here as you start to do this here with the different padding and different directions. So video here is not to go too deep. We'll make some more videos on some expert tips for Copilot and how to actually do that. But next one here is we've got our social, and we can drag that in. So if we need to go in and build our social, we can drag in another row. Once again, this is a drag and drop builder, and we would drag in our social. And once we click in there, it allows us to enter the URL of our social. Final thing I'm going to leave with you here today is, once again, we're going to go in and drag in another area and content menu. And we can go in and add a new menu item here. And the text is test menu item. And we can have that send an email, call, or SMS, or open a web page. So if we had that in here, we could go in and have that go into our website. So growthsystems.com. So these are some of the things that you're going to want to be able to do. And the target is our current page or new page, and open or where we want to go here. So this is some of the high-level ideas that are in here in Copilot. Love the document editor. I've used something very similar in several different CRMs. Going to be diving in about video and some other areas in a further video, but I want to give you a high-level overview of the new document editor in Copilot. Been getting a lot of private messages from people working with Simple Growth. How would you use this? How does that work inside Copilot? So feel free to drop your questions below or drop me a private message. I'm going to be continuing dropping how-to videos on the different CRMs we work with. Callahan's Corner, you ask the questions, we answer them live right here in